All right, happy Friday. First of all, let's acknowledge that it's going to get hot again. Although I'm looking at the temperatures and it's not even going over 100. That ain't no big deal. I'm not even going to worry about that. Yeah. All right. So, what are we all here for? Well, I know what I'm here for. I have no idea what you guys are here for. As always, I'm just going to read this because that's just easier. Wait, am I ready? I think I'm ready. All right. Daily Rant. Let's do a recap on the Delta. Let's start with what worked. Solar, because I just reused the parts from last year. That's easy. The 750 watt motor is a beast. That thing is awesome. The motorcycle wheels worked great in the sand and the gravel. And they're strong. Probably never break those. Solar roof is absolutely awesome for the shade. I always knew it would be, but this is the first time I got to experience. That is really nice. And that janky steering setup actually works pretty well. I haven't had any problems with that. Yay for that. So, what's the problem then? What makes it work is actually the problem. The motor and the motorcycle wheels aren't very efficient. The motor and motorcycle chains are noisy, much more so than an electric bike. I overbuilt the frame because up until then I had broken a lot of stuff. If I didn't change anything else, I'd probably need 400 watts of solar. I have 200 watts of panels, but they're only putting out about 150 watts of usable solar now. One has been kind of beat up a little bit, and they don't last very long, the flexible panels. So, also, I'm testing in near perfect conditions. Middle of the summer, sunny days, so it'll be even worse in the winter. The solution? Well, I'll make a new trike, naturally. It'll need to be lighter. I will use bicycle wheels again instead of the motorcycle wheels. I will use electric bike motors instead of the gear motor. Then I looked at aluminum and welding. First, I wanted to do a TIG welder, but TIG welders cost a lot of money. Then I remembered there is a spool gun for my welder for about $250. That allows me to weld aluminum. Then we need argon for a shielding gas for welding aluminum. I think it's about $250 for the first tank of argon. After that you get refills. That's not too much money. So we would be looking at about $500 before I can even start welding and before I bought any aluminum. So I think for now we'll stick to steel. I already know how to do that. Having the Delta already built, I can use its design as a starting point, but I'll be making some major changes. I have some of that already perking in my head. Do you remember the test we did at the beginning with the blue bike with the motor in the front? That actually worked pretty well. So we'll do that again. That was a 250 watt Bafang motor. I used one of those on the trip last year. It got me all the way to Oregon before it quit working. I have a few of those for spares. Also, that had disc brakes. I didn't know how to make a differential for the rear axle, but now I think I do. So the next trike will have pedal power going to both rear wheels, and I think I can also put some motor power to the rear wheels also. We'll experiment with that. I'll keep the Delta Recon for the trips to the post office because it works well for that. If I decide to go further, the new Delta will be better suited. Maybe we'll call it Delta Ranger. We'll see. This time of year is really too hot to be outside welding, so I'm not sure if I'm ready to get started on that yet. Maybe I'll do something with robots in the meantime. Stay tuned. And as always, thanks for following along, for all the support. Bye for now. Woohoo!